Hello, my name is Savannah Wilburn, and today I will be going over target costing. What is target costing? Target costing is the difference between the target selling price and the target profit margin. Why is target costing relevant to managerial accounting? Target costing helps engineers design new products that meet customers' expectations and that can be manufactured at a desired cost. It is an important tool for cost reduction during the design stage of a product's life cycle. The market research is customer-driven and the customer input is given throughout the entire process. Advantages of target costing. Target costing helps reduce costs because changes are made in the research, development, and engineering phase rather than the manufacturing phase. Engineers will use the value engineering process to examine each component of the product to see if a cheaper option can be used. This is all done without sacrificing functionality and performance, which includes the manufacturing process, the raw materials, and the product design. Also, target costing is more effective because 80% of the total lifecycle costs are committed during the RD&E cycle, which makes it easier to manage the total lifecycle costs. Next, in target costing, the initial costs are not the only thing that is considered. Operating, servicing, maintaining, repairing, and disposing of the product is also considered. Lastly, cross-functional product teams guide the entire process of target costing. This includes individuals inside of the organization such as design engineers, manufacturing operations, management accounting, and marketing employees, and individuals outside of the organization such as suppliers, distributors, customers, and even waste disposers, so that the entire value chain is represented. Suppliers are specifically utilized and are offered incentives to find the largest cost reduction ideas. This is part of the supply chain management, which is establishing long-term relationships between buyer and supplier in order to reduce costs. Disadvantages of target costing. Because target costing is not the common cost reduction method used in America, senior executives often reject the idea because they are unfamiliar with the concept. Also, if teamwork and trust is not established, this method can often lead to disarray between different employees throughout the organization. Employees can also become burnt out from the pressure of meeting target costing goals and become less effective in their jobs. This particularly pertains to design engineers. Development time using target costing is often a lengthy process, which can lead to a late release to the market. This can be far more costly than if the product was implemented using a traditional method and changes were made in the manufacturing process instead. An example of target costing could be if Dyson Incorporated wanted to develop a new vacuum cleaner for their consumers. They would first start by conducting market research to determine consumer needs and price points. For example, if Dyson identified 4 features that consumers value most in their vacuums, such as durability, extreme suction power, lightweightness, and a long power cord, Dyson would take these factors into consideration when developing their new product. Based on the current sales price of a Dyson vacuum, Dyson could decide to appeal to more customers by attempting to reduce their pricing. In order to do this, design engineers would evaluate each product component and how it is produced. This involves developing a list of product components and functions and then performing a functional cost breakdown. Next, engineers would determine the relative importance of each customer requirement. These requirements are ranked and against a product function by using a tool called Quality Function Deployment Matrix. This is where a relative functional ranking is developed. Based on the results, the target profit and target cost of the vacuum would be identified. Once the cost analysis is done, the value engineering process begins. This is where the engineers would analyze the functions of the product components and they would attempt to come up with a more cost-effective solution, all without sacrificing quality of the vacuum and while getting continuous feedback from the suppliers. Components for cost reduction would be identified, and feedback would also be given from customers and other internal and external parties. It is this continuous feedback prior to the manufacturing stage and throughout the life cycle that truly sets target costing apart from any other cost reduction method. This concludes my presentation on target costing.